me know.
Stop back!
Here we go again. This guy thinks he's the main character in some comedy sketch, but the Royal Guard is all business. Watch how he ignores him as if he's a fly buzzing around until he decides to make his point clear. It's a swift reality check.
Coming down there. Mine.
Bye!
You take mine.
This fool clearly didn't read the "Don't get in the way of the guards" sign. He's acting as if he's at a theme park, but little does he know the guards aren't here for entertainment. They have places to be, so when he gets in the way, the guard shouts, "Make way!"
Go to the fence!
What's up with people thinking they can get away with anything? The guard isn't having any of it. The moment this guy steps out of line, the guard steps right in with that intense stare and a loud shout.
Get fucked! Get fucked!
This clip is gold. You've got someone treating the guard as if a mannequin at a mall, but they forgot one thing. This mannequin moves, and he's got zero patience for your antics. Watch how fast this guy regrets ever stepping that close. Here we go again. This person just had to test the limits. You can almost predict it. The guard's about to remind them that this isn't a game. When they move, it's like they're channeling every bit of royal authority. You don't mess with history.
Oh! Get yourself away!
Look at this joker trying to get a reaction. Pro tip, the Royal Guard doesn't crack, not even for a second. But just wait for it. One sudden move and you know this fool's in for a shock. It's a lesson learned the hard way.
Mike, wait for the Queen's Guard!
I'm not being harmed, just, it's fun. But he can't do nothing. He can't do...
Listen, he's doing his job. Don't be an idiot.
He can't do nothing.
Here's another brave soul trying to make a joke. The guard is having none of it. One step forward and you can see the "I'm in danger" realization hit this guy's face. We have got to hand it to the guards. They show zero tolerance for nonsense. You can't help but laugh at how confidently this woman is blocking the way of a royal guard, only to get shut down in the blink of an eye. The Royal Guard is all about business, and when someone crosses the line, they don't hesitate to put them right back in their place.
We're in this thing together, right? Damn it.
A little closer.
We were together in school, me and him. He went his own way. So I'm standing here.
Okay.
I'm only here for a couple minutes.
So how long do you know this man?
30 years.
This person's about to learn why you don't mess with royalty's finest. The guard's been standing still for hours, but it only takes one fool to get them moving.
30 years you've been together and you've been to school where?
School? Kensington.
Hogwarts. You've been to Kensington together? And
His mother always picked him up from school. You know, he's that type of guy until he was 20. His mother picked him up from school.
And when they move, it's all over. Watch how quickly this prank backfires.
Do not touch the Queen's Guard!
Here's someone who definitely thought the Royal Guard was just for show. The guard's swift reaction makes it clear. There's no room for silliness here. One move, and this person knows they've crossed the line.
Get back!
You know what's coming the moment this person gets too close. The Royal Guard doesn't tolerate fools, and this person is about to find out why. When the guard moves, it's like watching a lion strike. Swift, precise, and with zero mercy.
Stop being so goddamn rude. You rude task. You're a sausage. 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 Yeah, that's my face.
This one's too good. This guy thinks he can outsmart the guard, but the guard doesn't even flinch until it's time to remind him who's boss.
Why are you attacking man for, bro?
That's when the police steps in and arrests this guy. Another person who forgot that the Royal Guard means business. They're messing around as if it's a casual day out. One sharp move later, and this fool is heading for the hills.
Not back to the Queen's lifeguard! Do not touch the ring!
This guy's really out here testing the limits. The guard is standing there like a brick wall, and you just know it's only a matter of time before he makes his move, and then his fool has got a reality check delivered right to him when he touched the guard's horse's reins.
Get back from the Queen's Guard!
Get off the fence!
Get back! Bye-bye! Get back from the Queen's Guard!
The British Royal Guards are known for their serious looks, flawless uniforms, and controlled attitude. These soldiers, in charge of defending the nation's most sensitive places, are not here to amuse you. However, some visitors, unaware of this truth, feel they can provoke or taunt the guards without consequences. Spoiler alert, they're wrong. In one silly case, a woman, maybe believing she was the star of her own reality show, stepped straight in front of a royal guard. The guard, remaining professional, sighed in disgust before giving her a strong push. This wasn't a subtle shove, it was a direct message. "You're in my way." She stumbled back, perhaps reconsidering her decision to mess with a man wearing a bearskin cap. Next, we have a tourist who felt it was a good idea to sneak up on a guard's personal space, maybe hoping to strike up a nice conversation. How did the guard react? A single, frightening gaze was all it needed to send the man fleeing, understanding too late that the Queen's Guard isn't looking for new pals. In another crazy incident, a guy, feeling overconfident, continued to enter a guard's zone, hoping to provoke a reaction. The guard, unwavering, shoved the guy away with the accuracy of a trained statue. The crowd behind him presumably questioned whether they were seeing a comedy act, but the guard's unshakable manner made it plain that this was no joke.
I'm not being harmed, just, it's fun. But he can't do nothing, he can't do...
Listen, he's doing his job, don't be an idiot.
He can't do nothing.
The ridiculousness does not end there. Another tourist, despite a plainly obvious notice, believed it was a good idea to approach one of the guard's horses. To make matters worse, she grabbed the horse's reins as if it were a normal bicycle. The guard, who had been patient up until now, snapped, shouting at her in a tone that made her wish she had paid more attention to the sign.
Get off the ring! Get off!
Next, there's the lady in the yellow outfit who thought a royal guard would be the ideal Instagram prop. She came too close and crossed a line she shouldn't have, and the guard made sure she knew. His outburst frightened her so much that she ran before even capturing the shot she wanted. She learnt the hard way that these guards do not care about your social media posts.
Do not touch the King's Guard.
Then there's the visitor, who believed she would run into the royal guards on their march. It was almost as if she were playing a real-life version of Frogger, except instead of avoiding traffic, she dodged troops. The soldiers barely stopped in their precise formation when they instructed her to make way. She was left unhappy blocking these trained soldiers.
Bye-bye!
Another visitor, entirely unaware of the king's guards advancing towards him, was lost in his own world, perhaps thinking about his next binge watch. With his headphones on, he didn't notice the guards until one of them screamed, "Make way!" He was startled and swiftly moved out of the path, learning an important lesson. Stay alert when the king's guards are on the move. Then there's the group of visitors who decided it was a good idea to sunbathe on the road, completely unaware that the royal guards were about to march directly over them. The soldiers marched by without hesitation, maintaining their strict order and confusing the tourists. They immediately recognized that if the royal guards are on the move, they should get out of the path or risk becoming a human speed bump.
Whoa. Arrest me, sir.
Another ridiculous incident occurred when a visitor decided it would be funny to do a stupid dance in front of a royal guard. The visitor, maybe expecting to get a laugh from viewers, stepped right into the guard's path and began dancing wildly. The guard was not amused. Without missing a beat, he yelled, "Make way!" And the dancing foreigner froze in mid-movement. The visitor immediately understood this wasn't a game and fled, ashamed by his unsuccessful attempt to entertain. We can't forget about the social media junkies. A visitor, anxious to take the ideal selfie with a royal guard, kept getting closer and closer, attempting to get the guard in the picture. Despite the guard's repeated warnings, the tourist ignored all warnings and continued to breach the guard's personal space. Finally, the guard, keeping his cool but plainly fired up, said, "Step back!" The traveller was surprised by the unexpected lesson and almost dropped his phone in astonishment before backing away, recognizing he had crossed the line.
It was built by Henry VIII.
Get back!
Finally, there's the woman who threw her glove at a royal guard and expected him to get it like a trained dog. Of course, the guard didn't do that. She waited there, waiting in vain for a response, until a palace staffer returned her glove, most likely explaining that the guard's job is to safeguard the nation, not play fetch. This was perhaps the moment she learned that royal guards aren't simply for show. They're real soldiers with real responsibilities.
Right, as a soldier, he serves his country and he deserves to treat with a little bit of respect. Throwing your gloves at him isn't going to work, is it really?
The Royal Guards are more than simply a part of Britain's rich past. They are active defenders who should be respected. These events serve as a reminder that, while it may be tempting to test their patience, it is always better to maintain your distance and show appropriate respect. After all, you don't want to be the next person who learns this the hard way.
They probably thought this was going to be a funny little prank, but the joke was on them. The guard wasn't playing around, and that instant regret was hard to miss.
Wait, huh? Go on. Wait for the Queen's Guard! Wait for the Queen's Guard! Say it to me one more time. Hey. Wait for the Queen's Guard!
It's like they had no clue how serious the guards are. The moment they crossed the line, the guard's reaction was swift.
Back way!
Getting too close to a royal guard is never a good idea. This person thought they could get away with it, but they were in for a rude awakening when the guard didn't even flinch before stepping in.
Get off the road!
The look on their face when the guard responded says it all. They thought they could get away with disrespect, but karma caught up real fast, and it wasn't pretty.
Stay clear of the guard!
You can tell they didn't see that coming. One minute they're acting bold, the next they're full of regret. The guard didn't hesitate to shut them down, and it's hard not to laugh at the result.
Stand clear to King's Left!
This person thought they were being clever, but they miscalculated. The guard didn't miss a beat before stepping in, and the look of shock on their face, priceless.
Guard the fence!
It's almost like they were asking for trouble, and the guard didn't disappoint. One wrong move, and they found themselves on the receiving end of a swift reality check.
Oh! Get yourself away! You can't be done this yesterday, I know! Do it, man!
They were all smiles until the guard reacted, and then everything changed. You can see the regret hit instantly. Some people just have to learn the hard way. They thought they could push their luck, but it didn't take long for the guard to set them straight. That sudden shift from cocky to stunned is exactly the kind of instant karma we all love to see. They probably didn't expect the guard to react so quickly. That smug attitude disappeared the moment the guard made it clear that messing around was a bad idea. You can practically see the wheels turning in their head, realizing they'd made a huge mistake. The guard didn't give them an inch, and the regret was immediate. Messing with a royal guard never ends well. This person found out the hard way when the guard shut them down faster than they could even react.
Get back! Move!
They were acting all tough, but the second the guard responded, you could see their confidence crumble. It was instant karma, and honestly, it was well deserved.
Get back!
Excuse me. No pictures by the guard. This is your maximum distance.
One wrong move, and the guard didn't waste a second putting them in their place. You could see the regret all over their face. They definitely didn't think that one through.
Make way!
The way the guard reacted so quickly caught them completely off guard. What started as a little joke quickly turned into a moment of instant regret.
Get off the fence!
It's clear they thought they could get away with it, but the guard had other ideas. You could practically see the regret set in as soon as the guard responded.
Get off the reins!
You could tell that they didn't think the guard would react, but in just a split second the tables turned and they were left standing there in shock.
He won't do nothing, man. We're back to
Get off the reins!
Blood clot!
They didn't see that coming at all. One second they're trying to be funny, and the next they're regretting everything. The guard handled it like a pro. This person tried to push their luck, and it backfired spectacularly. The guard didn't hold back, and you can almost feel the embarrassment through the screen.
Stay at work! Stay at work!
It's amazing how quickly their attitude changed when the guard stepped in. The moment the guard reacted, it was clear that this person knew they'd gone too far. That look of regret, it hit them fast and hard.
Step back from the Winter Castle Guard!
You can see the exact moment they realised they'd messed up. The guard's reaction was quick and to the point, leaving them standing there in complete shock.
Get back! Get back from the Queen's Life Guard!
It's one thing to test your luck, but this person pushed it way too far. The guard didn't hesitate. What started as a harmless prank quickly turned into a reality check. The guard's no-nonsense response left this person speechless and full of regret. They thought they could mess around, but the guard made sure they learned a lesson. You could see the confidence drain from their face the second the guard reacted. They didn't expect that kind of response, and the regret hit immediately. It's like they didn't expect any consequences, but the guard wasn't about to let it slide. One swift move, and their entire attitude changed in an instant. They were all laughs and jokes until the guard made it clear he wasn't playing around. They thought they could outsmart a guard who's seen it all, but one quick reaction and their smugness disappeared faster than they could say oops. You can't help but cringe at the moment they realised they'd pushed too far. The guard didn't even flinch before putting them in their place. Some people never learn until it's too late. Their confidence quickly crumbled when the guard stepped in without missing a beat.
Step back with wings like that! Not cut the ring!
1 second they're full of jokes, and the next they're regretting every move. You can almost hear the internal panic. You'd think, after all these incidents, people would know better by now. But no, they tried to be bold, and the guard made sure they regretted it instantly. A classic case of messing around and finding out. They went from laughing to pure shock in the blink of an eye. The guard didn't let it slide for even a second, and you could feel the regret hit hard.
My way! Quick march!
One bold move, and it was all downhill from there. The guard shut them down with zero hesitation, and that moment of instant karma, pure gold.
It is requested that all visitors remain behind the changing rails at all times!
You could tell they thought they could get away with it, but the guard wasn't about to let that happen. The regret hit them like a ton of bricks.
Get back! Get back!
You can practically see the moment the regret set in. They thought they were being funny, but the guard's swift reaction made it clear they'd made a big mistake. Their confidence was high, until it wasn't. The guard stepped in with no warning, and you could see the realization wash over them in an instant. Total karma moment. They thought they were being slick, but the guard had other plans. One quick move and their confidence evaporated. Instant regret doesn't even begin to cover it.